What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon. I'm your comic book noob. Welcome to the NOOB Rebirth. I'm here at Big City Comics with my friend Mark. Say hi, Mark.
Not now, I'm busy.
Okay. What are you doing?
I'm writing my list.
Okay, so it's been quite a while since we actually talked about comics on this show.
Comics? Oh yeah, there. It is a comic book. Oh, hi, Mark.
So today we're going to be doing a top 5 list.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
And we're also going to have a special guest.
Special guest.
Special guest. And he might be a little bit whack. So
Hello.
let's do this.
Am I the special guest?
Please welcome Lee from Whack Comics.
Hello.
What's going on?
It's good to be back.
Second time on the Noob.
Yeah.
Since you're a guest here today, I wanted to make the topic about comic books because it's been a while. We've talked movies, video games, and all that sort of stuff. So today's topic is, if you could only keep 5 books from your comic book collection, which 5 books would they be? You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll go 1 book each and we'll go 5 rounds, right? And
What about it?
I'll just
You're
explain.
the host.
I am the host.
It's your channel. If
Thank
you're
you.
the sidekick in it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? We'll let our guest go first. So, 5 books, Lee. What would you keep? What are you keeping? First book.
The first one, Essex County, because I've got a panel tattooed there. You probably can see it really good.
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. It's a good book. Jeff Lemire, he's my. I don't know if you know this, but he's my favourite writer and artist. I think that was the first book that he did. It was a really good.
Oh, really?
Book. Yeah.
Was it? Was it his first?
Yeah. Well, Lost Dogs was the first one, and then that one. So maybe it was his second.
Underwater Welder?
No, Essex was before that.
Oh, okay.
Now, are you keeping
Good to know.
like issue 1 of the floppy, or are you keeping trade?
It's a graphic novel.
It's a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
He's a gun.
More people should do
Jeff-
that.
There's more. Jeffrey Lemire, good choice.
Yeah.
What you got, Mark? What's your first
What
book
do I
you've
got?
taken? The house is burning down. You've got time to grab 5 books. What's your first book?
Batman 608.
Batman 608. What's
The
that?
start of the Hush storyline.
Start of the Hush storyline.
Yep.
I need to just look up the cover for that one because
It's the one where Batman is swinging and he's got his foot in right in your face.
You'd like that one then.
His
I
boot.
heard you're a hashtag foot guy.
Oh man, good bam!
Sorry, what was the reason?
Because it's a great kickoff to a great 12 issue arc.
Great kickoff.
Yeah, the cover's got nothing to do with it. Hashtag foot guy.
Okay.
Right? it's the interior, it's the storyline, it's Jim Lee art, it's a Hush. I don't know if you guys know, but it's my favourite Batman story. It's got everything so that a Batman story should have. And yeah, that's the kickoff on it. I just love it.
That's a good one.
So what's yours now?
Alright, my first one I'm going to pick. So a lot of people know that I have this fascination with Batman issue 50. So Tom King's Batman issue 50 was the first book that I read.
Oh, you're
That got
gonna
me
cop
back
a
in
lot
the
of
comic.
hate.
I know.
You're gonna cop a lot of hate, man.
But the one,
Oh.
but I collect different variants from that book too. So I've got quite a lot of different variants from it. Is the one that I'm actually going to pick is going to be my 9.8 slab that I got from. No, because not only,
Oh my god.
not only, but it just represents.
That is just no.
Let me talk for a second. It represents the book, obviously, that means a lot to me, but it also was a gift from my friend Sharon, because I won that slab from a giveaway, so.
Thank you, Sharon.
It's got a lot of sentimental value to me, in many ways, in more ways than
Hashtag
one.
foot guy sucks.
Of course, so out of 5 comic books that you could read for the rest of the time, one of them you can't read at all.
One book that you want to take with you is a slab.
Yeah, it's like all melted and shit. It's okay, I'll just take the book over to Mad Spiders and crack it for me. So yeah, that's my first one, Batman issue 50. I know it's not a good one, but what's your next one, Lee?
This is going to be a bit different, this one. This one's by Jeff Lemire. I don't know if you know this, but he's my favourite writer and artist of all time.
Is he?
Yeah.
I'm having a good case of deja vu.
This one's called Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
It's a really, really
I've heard of
good
that one.
I love it. Season 2 is about to start on Netflix. If you haven't read Sweet Tooth, you gotta fucking read it.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful, sad story.
And you always know when Jeff Lemire loves his own work when he does the art.
Yeah.
Very good, Sweet Tooth. That's a good one.
Yeah, it is.
What you got?
Oh, you can see the differences. But he pulls out his phone, I'll pull out my glasses and a piece of paper.
And I'm just off the top of the
just
dome.
old. So this is going way back because I'm a way back man.
Yeah, golden age.
Yes, Uncanny X-Men 350. Now, if anyone who's not familiar with Uncanny X-Men 350, it's the issue where Magneto pulls Wolverine's adamantium off off his skeleton through his paws.
It's a cool panel.
Oh, such a great panel.
Uncanny X-Men 350, was it?
I just love the yes. I always remember Wolverine's intensity of, you know, like, I'm gonna kill you, Wolverine. I'm gonna kill you, Magneto. And Magneto's like so nonchalant, saying, I've had enough of you. And he just pulls it out of him. It's like, could have done that years ago.
Uncanny X-Men 350, is that one with Gambit on the cover?
No, it's got. I showed you the cover. It's got.
Yeah, I know, it didn't match.
Oh, okay.
You got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
It's X-Men 25.
It's X-Men 25.
That was
X-Men 25!
that wasn't even close. Man.
X-Men 25 is wrong title and 325 issues off. X-Men 25. There you go, hologram cover.
Yes, that's
Very
right.
good. My next one, I'm going to stay on the track of the first one. So my first one was Batman 50. The other, for those who are real hardcore Siminians, they know that the other book that has a lot of sentimental value to me is Catwoman issue 1. Because that was the first issue 1 that I read when I got back into comic books.
Did you read it?
The first comic book that I read is from issue 1 when I got into comics. And the variant that I'm going to pick is the sketch cover I got from my friend Matilda Gothica. He did a sketch cover on Catwoman issue 1 and...
Name drop it. Just name drop it.
I look after my women. And
Sarah! You hear what he said? He said he takes care of his women.
Matilda did this awesome sketch cover for me. Well, she actually just did a sketch cover. And when I saw it, I was like, can I please have that? Because I want it in my Catwoman issue 1 collection. What's your next one, Lee?
Alright, let me have a look. This one's actually by my favourite writer and artist of all time, Jeff Lemire.
But isn't that your favourite writer?
Yeah.
Okay.
This one's called Plutona.
Oh,
yeah.
I read the first. That's only 5 issues, isn't it?
Again, was that his art as well? Did he?
No,
it wasn't
Emily
his
Lennox
art.
did the art for it. I did an interview with her over on White Comics. You can go check it out. It's about 5 kids that find a dead superhero in the woods,
That's right.
and it's fucking really good.
What you got?
Oh well, let me get my specs on.
Let me get my phone ready
and
so
hopefully I'll get it right.
correct you.
It's Superman 75, where Superman dies. Doomsday kills Superman. Very fond memories, you know, lining up at my local comic book store, you know, getting the polybag version, in getting multiple so I can open mine, keep mine bagged.
I'll never actually forget. So that book was so big that it was all over the news that Superman had died. There were cameras in comic book stores around the world showing all these people going in to buy their book. That's how big a deal that was.
Yeah, made the Herald Sun, made the paper.
Superman dies.
Made the local news.
And how long before he undied?
It wasn't long.
Yeah, and that's when you learned that comic books are bullshit.
But well, no. If you read it, you would know.
Okay.
He didn't die. His body is like a solar battery. All his solar energy, his power, all went out of his body, and so he didn't die. He just seemed like
Just got a flat battery.
he just had a flat battery.
Is he like a Pokemon? They don't die, they just go to sleep.
Yeah. You just needed a jump start.
Correct.
My next one, my favorite current series, and a lot of people can't believe it's still my favorite series, but Something's Killing the Children is still my favorite series. I still enjoy the current issues.
What? You're reading current issues?
Yeah.
So what we're talking about issues, mate, not the series. So what issue?
It'd be issue 1. I think I'm gonna go with that Jenny Frison 9.8 that which Sarah.
Another slab.
It'll be all melted and shit. But like Sarah also lent me the money to buy that.
Shining them on, you know, like, you know, I've got slabs. That's right.
Well, if I'm only gonna have 5 books, I'm not gonna read it over and over. I may as well just have it on display in a melted case. Next one, Lee. This whole video is gonna be all bloopers at the end. Stick around to the end.
Alright, number 4, I'm going to change it up for this one. This one's from my favourite writer and artist of all time, Jeff Lemire.
Oh,
wow.
And this is...
Didn't expect that one.
This was actually the first comic book that I read from him, was Descender.
Oh, great book. So emotional.
I love it.
It's such a great book.
Got a robot, Tim 21, and he was like a little brother to this guy. And it's just like him versus the fucking whole galaxy.
Another surprise.
50 issues in total with Descender. So I'm going to take all 50 issues with me.
That doesn't work. Anyway,
it does work.
Let's go next.
It does work because it depends what time, how quick the fire's burning.
No.
You can make a couple.
In Lee's situation, he's got a guy with a gun to his head. He's like, "I'm going to take all your comic books, but you can keep 5, not 50." What you got, Mark?
All right, back at the specs. Okay. Alien versus Predator, number 1.
Oh, that's a good one. Wait, Alien versus Predator.
Yep.
Not just aliens?
Nah.
Not just Predator?
Nah.
Alien versus Predator,
Yeah.
okay.
Absolutely. It's one of my favourite and that's where that franchise, the Alien vs Predator franchise, kicked off in the comic books. Not in a movie, in the comic books. It was...
I hope the comic books are better than the movies.
Oh, so much better. I'm ready for Marvel to bring out an epic collection. Just like I want to read it again.
My next one, I literally just thought of it a second ago. I'm going to go with one of the comic books that I repurchased that I had when I was a kid. Because when I was a kid and I liked comic books, Sonic the Hedgehog was my favorite comic book series. Shut up, guys. So I repurchased Sonic the Hedgehog issue, I think it's issue 0 or issue 1, I can't remember. I'll have a picture of cover Lee up right now because he's making a face. Yeah, that book meant a lot to me back in the day. Sonic the Hedgehog was like my thing back then. And Spider-Man, but Sonic was cool.
Did you
than
read
Spider-Man.
it?
I read all of them. Well, you got like your last book, Lee. The guy's like, all right, you've taken enough time explaining your bullshit.
Okay.
You got one book left.
Alright, get the gun out of my face. I got this, alright? Okay. I know my list so far has been pretty centric around Jeff Lemire, so I'm going to choose a different writer for this one. Okay? The writer for this one is Jeff Lemire, and he's also the other.
Is that
this is
the other Jeff Lemire?
Yeah, the other Jeff Lemire.
Okay.
This one's called Underwater Welder. It's a graphic novel about this guy that's going to be a dad, and he's an underwater welder just like his dad was, and it gets really fucking crazy.
Absolutely. It's so hard to find.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been trying to find that as a graphic novel for ages,
really?
man. Oh, cannot find it anyway.
Well, that's a good book to keep then.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fantastically.
Thank you.
Alright, so I'm going to go a bit different too. Alright, I'm going to put a whole series. The original Wolverine series by Chris Claremont.
I'll allow you to
And
take the
Frank
first
Miller.
trade.
It's not a trade, it's a mini-series. That blew my mind. It made me love Wolverine more. It was just so good giving him his, you know, see a little bit of him not being Wolverine, you know, in Japan. You know, I loved it.
Are you just going to take the first issue or are you going to take the trade? You get the choice.
No, the whole series, 4 issues.
Well, then it's going to have to be the trade.
No.
It's going to have to be
4
the trade.
issues.
Look, the guy has a gun to your head, Mark.
Yeah, I want 4 issues.
Well, then you're going to have to only pick one a year, 4.
I thought the building was burning. I thought he had the gun to his head. Well, I had to burn.
Well, the guy's done with Lee because Lee picked his books and now he's come over to your fiery house and gone,
What do you mean?
"Hurry
I
the
thought
fuck
we were
up,
taking
the house is burning down."
They were taking turns.
Well, unfortunately, it took too long for you to grab all 4 books of that, so you died in the fire. That's how this story ends. No show next week, guys. My last one is going to be a graphic novel.
Have you read it?
I've read it twice.
Oh, you've read it
Why?
twice.
It's one of the few things I've read
Apparently.
twice.
Why apparently?
Well, because the first time I read it was when I was like a little kid. So
Doesn't count.
the book that I reread,
You sure you read it or you just skimmed you just look at the pictures?
the book that I reread that got me back into comic books was A Death in the Family. And I have the trade paperback, and I had it ever since I was a kid. I just picked it up one day, and
There had to be a Jason Todd book there. So.
well, I was sick one week, and I just saw it there, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to read
You were
this.
sick for 1 week.
I was sick for a whole week.
whole
So I
week.
sat there, it took me 2 days to read this, and I read it, and I couldn't believe, because at the time, it'd been forever since I was into comic books, so I couldn't believe how good the story was, and how, I guess, adult it was, like, you know what I mean? And it shocked me.
Got the big boy pants on.
Yeah. So I was like, hey, I'm a big boy. I had big boy pants. So I was like, I'm going to get into comics. And that thing kind of started this journey. So Death in the Family trade paperback that I had since I was a kid is my 5th.
Who wrote it?
I was going to ask you. All right, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you, Lee, for joining us on this one.
Thanks, Lee.
Thanks for having me.
Don't forget to put your 5 in the comments below.
Let us know. Very good job. This guy knows how to YouTube.
That's right.
And again, stick around to the end because I'm sure there'll be more bloopers than there are video that I can use for this one.
You better cut that shit out that I've got the numbering wrong. You better cut that shit out. You're making me look bad.
Oh, yeah.
He's making me look bad. See this guy? Huh? What sort of a friend are you?
Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out the links in the description below. I'll leave a link to Whack Comics. And until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends. And say bye, Mark.
Bye, Mark.
And say bye, Lee.
Bye, Mark.
Hey guys, before I cut to the blooper reel, I just want to quickly say, I don't think these guys really understood the challenge. I never said 5 books that you could read for eternity. I just said 5 books that you could keep from your collection. I've been doing some thinking, and these are the actual 5 books that I'd be keeping. You guys all know I'm a big fan of Carla Cohen, and this book represents the lick-worthy era of my channel. Absolutely love this cover. It is iconic for me. The next one has got to be the Virgin variant of the same cover. Beautiful Carla Cohen Red Sonja cover there. Hashtag lick-worthy. Then the third book would be the UV variant. Oh, I'm normally not a fan of these UV variants, but this was a very nice one. Another Virgin there as well. Then we've got the trade dress of the UV variant as number 4. Oh, this one's actually signed by the lovely lady herself, Carla Cohen, and it actually says lick-worthy on it. That has got to be book number 4. Shout out to my beautiful Captain Sari for the gift, as well as the community that chipped in. And then last but definitely not least, the 5th book that I'd be keeping in my collection, another copy of the Virgin variant of the same cover, once again, signed by the very talented Carla Cohen, and it says lick-worthy right there. Cue the outtakes.
I don't. You see, he just looks at the covers. I look at the inside, man.
I'm looking at his feet.
Yeah. Oh,
Hashtag
yeah.
foot guy.
Hashtag foot guy. Sometimes we just stop and talk.
Yeah, you know, I have to edit 45 minutes sometimes into a 15-minute episode.
He does.
It's not easy.
Come on,
Good editing.
a lot of it's
40 minutes of
It
Mark
is good
talking
editing.
shit.
Shut up. Hashtag foot guy.
All right.
I think it's like 40 issues, maybe.
Yeah, 42 or something, maybe.
I think it's 40 clean.
I'll tell you. I've got the compendium here at Big City Comics.
If you guys can hear a bird in the background, that's Third, the Bird of Thunder, who is the official mascot of Big City Comics.
That's right. The Bird of Thunder. I got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
Oh,
Didn't you look it up before?
I did look it up before.
Who's the noob now?
I am. I'm the noob. I'm the noob.
You looked it up before. Go back to the history in your phone.
Alright, we're gonna have to edit it out. I looked it up. And when he came back, he wasn't full powered either. But he was never dead.
Do you have to learn how to be Superman again?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
Did you read it?
Yes, but it's more than one story. Shut up, alright? At least I read my books.